by the way, I'm a minor, so... Creep says, that's okay, I can love you regardless. Uh-oh.
Officer, right there. Come on in, fella.
Hello friends, trace amounts of science. Welcome back to ReddX. We're doing some more r/NiceGuys today, cause it's Nice Guys November. Ain't that neat? I hope that you guys will enjoy it. We got some big ones to get into today, so thanks for being here, and let's go ahead, we'll get on into this thing. This guy says, I am 0.0075 of the population, and somebody will recognize my value, I'm sure. Smiley face. Yeah, I'm sure they will, definitely, at some point, maybe, if you demonstrate it. What? I wish you the best, and hopefully you can find a young black man with no kids, six-pack abs, and is a multimillionaire under 30 years old. I'm 0.0075% of the population, and somebody will recognize my value, I'm sure. Smiley face. OP says, yeah, unfortunately that was the perfect way of making sure that I never speak to you again. And there were a lot of digs in there. Like, I do want people to know their own value, but don't overestimate your own value, right? That's the fatal mistake. He says, your choice, best of luck to you. I liked you, but seems one way. Oh, well. She says, despite you showing your ass just now, I'm going to genuinely wish you the best of luck in the short and long term. Heart emoji. Yeah, no digs in there. Okay. Then we part ways amicably, don't we? No, unfortunately not. I still plan on hitting you up after the surgery. If you don't want to hear from me, just say so, because I still feel like this is only because we met too early, and I don't like to let fate control like that. I mean fate. This guy clearly doesn't understand what fate means. She says, please refrain. You just sealed that fate for me. I like this. We're all using the word fate. Okay, I'll be deleting your number. No worries. Last text. Bye. Good luck with the wall. Yeah, just one last dig. We had to get it in there, didn't we? What a D-bag, dude. I wish people like this were only 0.0075% of the population. It's just objectively untrue, as has been proven time and time again. Far too many. I don't know how to stop it, except, openly mocking them. So good. I hope your surgery goes really well, legitimately. I didn't drug your doctor beforehand. You can rest easy. Only a psychopath would do something like that. Is that what is meant by 0.0075% of the population? My God. My mind's been absolutely blown. Actually, I don't really care. We're moving on to the next one. This guy says, I'm never inappropriate with people, but it was because I like you, but you're not even my type, and you're not even cute, and I don't even like you. Very late update. Okay, Yankee Man, then we gotta go find the first one, don't we? All right, found it. Gay nice guy stuff. Here we go. Lamau, I'm giggling at the harassment thing. Don't tell Twitter, cause they'd for sure cancel me. OP says, for context, I went to my first gallery show where a woman was harassing me and I ended up leaving early. You attract the weirdest people, man. And OP, for context, says, you don't say, clown emoji. I mean, you didn't know he was that weird at this point, did ya? Hindsight's always 20/20. You felt him out and then you're like, okay, none of this. OP says, yeah, I didn't giggle at all. It reminded me of the previous time that it happened at a Tokisha's concert and it was triggering. He says, oh, the P is for... You have two last names? If so, oh my God, you are so Dominican, Lamau. The P is for please don't assault me. That's a hell of an edgy joke. I don't know if it's, like, if you had a good relationship, I could see throwing this one out there, But OP's in the middle of describing, like, it's triggering for me, and now you're just being an antagonist. I can't sign off on this, even if I did totally laugh at it. OP says again, that isn't fucking funny. You're right, poor taste, my bad. Sorry. I've been really stressed out lately, and I sometimes deflect by trying to make everything a joke. Oh, God, you really cut me deep with that one. They has a picture of a dude labeled me sitting on top of a tiny fire hydrant that says my shitty jokes on it. Which, yeah, They're getting crappier by the moment, aren't they?
Are we not friends anymore because my insensitive comment?
And OP says, that's the thing. You keep thinking this is a one-time issue. The second time we hung out, which was at club, you behaved inappropriately multiple times. You even acknowledged that you knew you were making me uncomfortable and still kept doing it because
other guys were staring at me.
As if putting your hands on someone who's clearly not into you is something acceptable and or excusable. Then, after all that you did and said, more inappropriate shit in the car. Once you didn't get what you wanted, you victimized yourself and questioned and shamed me simply for choosing to hang out with somebody over wanting to take you home. Then had the audacity to blame the alcohol like I'm some idiot, but I let it go, which was my mistake because it only enabled your bullshit. When your friends harassed me and I told you about it, your reaction was like,
oh, lol, what'd you do?
And called it simply being objectified instead of calling it for what it is just because she's a woman and your friend. I told you how triggering that is and your choice is to make a joke of it. Then again, after telling you that it isn't something to joke about, you once again make another joke about it. And instead of owning up to it, you then make up some bullshit excuse about being nervous, only to once again make another joke by sending a meme regarding your fucked up jokes. Always an excuse for your creepy behavior. This isn't just something you do, this is who you are. That one slaps, honestly. This is beyond immaturity. I've been immature before, and not once did I ever cross that line with someone and make them feel unsafe. Don't bother replying to this message. Let's see if you can manage even respecting this one simple boundary. Holy shit, step back, let him cook. This isn't just something you do, this is who you are. I'm keeping that one in my back pocket for later. I need to start a list, just a book of the most quotable quotes. On the White Bowser stream this weekend, somebody told him, God doesn't even like you, or something like that. Oh, it's so good. Burnt to a crisp. And yeah, OP asked him not to respond, so surely he's not going to respond, right? Surely? One reply.
Oh no! I'm honestly surprised you felt unsafe and like I was being creepy. That's terrible and disgusting on my part. My deepest apologies. I promise that is not who I am.
I mean, kind of it is. If it is who you are, just lean in. Accept that you have differences and be like, okay, I guess we do have to part because I'm a simple man that cannot stop pushing that button for whatever reason. He's not actually apologizing. This is just the love bombing phase. He's trying to get the door back open.
Nor is it immature of me. It's just I liked you. I'm sorry that I didn't understand that you adamantly didn't feel the same and that my behavior made you feel uncomfortable. For that, I'm sorry, and I no longer will respond or message, not because I'm victimizing myself, but because it's clear to me I've already overstepped too many boundaries, and that's not the kind of person I am, nor friend I want to be.
I accept the fact that I often overstep boundaries. Just know that about yourself, you know? It's a good thing to know about yourself.
I'm not the type of friend you need. I'm sorry. I don't have anything to say about the concert situation where my friend harassed you because you're 100% right. I honestly can't believe you think I'm this terrible. That's really unfortunate.
Yeah, that's probably the smallest, most dismissive word that we could use, isn't it?
I've never had anyone tell me all this before. A lot to digest. Thanks for being honest.
Honestly, if it bruises your ego a little bit, but you take the criticism on board and change as a person, then I'm more than happy to forgive past wrongs. Unfortunately, I really don't think that's what's going to happen.
I would never touch anybody inappropriately, nor have I ever. I'm not even the type to make a move on someone. If I did that night at Southern, I'm deeply apologetic about it. I'm trying to be a public figure someday soon. Oh, God. And that's not acceptable behavior on any level.
Yep. Got some stuff out there already. You're kind of a public figure if you think about it right now. Is this the kind of public figure you want to be? A wicker man that we burn alive? Too bad, you don't get an actual choice. Your actions are what made the choice for you.
When I stayed over at Jay's...
Jay is a friend that OP has known for over a decade, and he met recently. I actually do trust him.
I didn't sit near you or make any advances or say anything when Jay kept rubbing my stomach and touching you. I just don't understand how my vibe was creepy, inappropriate, and immature.
Well, I'll be honest, it's not my job to sit here and explain it to you. Go reread the social contract, talk with a therapist. It's a big emotional burden to put onto somebody else. What really all of this is just an excuse for the innate jealousy that you feel towards somebody who doesn't even like you back. You realize how pathetic that is? You could use your time and energy in so many better ways, and yet here we are.
He continues, these words low-key hurt because this is so far from who I am. I thought we were friends, but you're delusional.
Oh yeah, flip it right around.
If I made inappropriate comments that night at the club we mentioned before, it's because you talked about doing it 98% of the night.
Well, yeah, you probably did want to do it, just not with you. Can you process that?
I called you hot that night because people kept staring at you. You kept pointing that out.
OP does want to point out that he didn't talk about intimacy with this guy, especially with how uncomfortable I was. He did, and I kept changing the subject. Also, I didn't notice that I was being stared at. He did and pointed it out, but I didn't care because I wasn't there to mingle. Is that what goes on at gay clubs? A bunch of mingling? What a great verb.
I didn't victimize myself when I didn't get my way. I was expecting crap from you, other than a ride home because you picked me up that night. Nothing more.
OP said I told him I'd pick him up and drive him there, but wasn't taking him home since I was driving in the opposite direction to Jay's house afterward. And he agreed. Yeah, but it's much easier to just pretend you didn't remember that and try and flip the whole script.
If you thought I was inappropriate or immature our entire friendship, why the hell didn't you say anything or cut ties?
OP says, yes, I told him many times. I mean, people like this, yeah, they just don't listen. Much like the part about not giving him a ride home.
You're weird as hell for telling me this isn't immaturity, this is who you are.
That line, it cut him so deep too, I love that.
Do you hear yourself? I literally made an insensitive comment, and you wrote me a fucking essay labeling me as some weirdo, creepy predator who likes you, makes you uncomfortable and unsafe. Like, get real, bro. WTF? It was sincere in my apology about the insensitive comment, and I don't know why your text has bothered me this much, but, like, be for real, Ed.
I guess OP's name is Ed. Not much to censor there, you see. And I know why that text bothered you so much, creep. Because you're a creep. You know, it's all true deep down.
I know so many people, so many straight men, so many good-looking guys, and no one has ever said I'm creepy or inappropriate because that's not me at all. I don't know where the hell you misconstrued every interaction with me as me being thirsty for you. You're not even my type. I never touched you or said inappropriate things in the car. I shared my blunt with you. If you thought I was so darn creepy, why the hell didn't you block me ages ago?
Probably because you passed him the blunt.
And if you two don't like it, you can just pass the blunt to the on your left.
Yeah, we'll stick around. I don't really like. We'll stick around though.
Everything you said's total bullcrap. You're not my type. I've never been the type to make a move on a guy, ever. And I'm not sure how in the world I can make you feel unsafe in your own car.
I mean, that's fairly easy. It's an enclosed space. If you start being weird, it's, yes, I feel unsafe. Even if it is my car. Do I want to have to wrestle you out of the vehicle? No, not really. OP's context is, I literally have a text from months ago of him literally saying, I'm sexually attracted to you, and me shutting him down. Oh yeah? Did you do that literally? Whatever, continuing.
Everything you said makes it sound like I was being perverse or forward, when you're the one that talked about doing it all the time.
OP interjects again. It makes this thing feel stilted. Can we not do that? I'm adding my own interjections. This is just people on top of people. But okay, for clarity, that was a lie. OP says, I never liked talking about doing it around him because it made me uncomfortable. And because I always found him a bit repulsive, so I never liked touching the subject on that, but he always did. Yeah, it's a bunch of fucking he said. You're just pointing fingers at each other like, you're the gross one. Why don't you guys just stay away from each other? How about that? Be a couple of fucking adults about it. Don't run to Reddit and go, look at this guy, he's so weird. I'm just supposed to automatically believe you because you're the one that posted it? That's not how it works.
Can you explain exactly what I did at club when you said I put hands on you? Because why would I ever touch you, bro? Be for real.
OP says, kept putting his sweaty hands and arms around me, wore no deodorant, while looking around at guys, and every time someone tried to approach me at the club, I kept distancing myself and removing his hand, and at one point he even insinuated I must be racist for not being into him. We're both Dominican and easily almost the same color if I tan for 2 days. So I guess it's just classic gaslighting, but I really don't know who to believe, you know? I guess that's the point of the gaslighting.
Where did I touch you? I said that night other guys were staring at you because you're hot. Not because I think so, but they must think so. You literally be like, oh my god, I hate attention. And they go on and on about how much attention you're getting or how much you're doing it.
I do think that this Reddit post is like sort of an extension of that. I think that's why I'm starting to get prickled by OP's stupid fucking interjections that like somewhat add context, but it's also like, oh, if I just need to go get a tan. It's like, I don't give a fuck about that, okay? Why don't you shut your mouth? Let me do the interjections. Speaking of which, OP has another interjection. Saying again, he would always assume and say those things and got annoyed because I was quote unquote too mysterious about my intimate life. I just hate it talking about that stuff with him, and because guys would hit on me sometimes, he would get bothered. Okay, well apparently he thought this was what you thought it wasn't. I don't know, dude. If he's getting overly possessive and weird, then yeah, cut him off. Why'd you keep him around for so long? Because he passed you the blunt? Because you like the attention on some level? You can't just post things on the internet and have them go unopposed. That's what I'm here for. So yes, before I jump to OP's defense, recognize that there still is some truth in this creep's words, I think.
This all came out of nowhere, and I'm deeply offended at you saying I'm creepy, immature, and inappropriate. I never even liked you like that to begin with, and I knew you didn't like me, so tell me WTF you're talking about. I'm not immature and I'm not inappropriate, nor do I make excuses or victimize myself. You're just a gaslighter and a weirdo.
Might legitimately be true. I don't know. This is the fucking piddliest argument I ever seen. Just go to separate rooms. Like, stay away from each other. Is it really so hard? OP wants remunerations for having this guy put his fucking arm around him when it was apparently unwanted. Sorry, that's not how it works. All I do is shrug my shoulders and say, that sucks that happened to you, man. And then you move the fuck on. That's what's supposed to... That's how this whole thing's supposed to go. Ugh.
Your friends be all over you, but I make one comment in a car while drunk and upset that I have to Uber home, and you tell me I'm disgustingly inappropriate? Get a freaking grip, man. You can block me now.
Well, I guess Creep is somewhat admitting to making a comment in the car now. I don't think the full story will ever come to light. I think I hate everybody involved with this.
And for the record, I was drunk that night at Southern. I felt safe and thought my friend Ed was taking me home. You picked me up and you told me mid-ride that you weren't going to bring me back. How would that not make anyone kind of salty?
No, honestly though, if you did that shit, that's messed up. OP says, I didn't say he wasn't drunk, although he didn't seem very drunk to me, but was definitely using that as an excuse when he realized his behavior didn't work out in his favor. It is a bold strategy trying to get, like, sloppy drunk so your friend has to take you back home. But why would you take him mid-ride, You're halfway to Jay's house, which is in the opposite direction? Something weird about that. Anyway, he says,
You're not about to sit here and tell me I wasn't drunk when I literally have the texts to my best friend to prove that I was turned that night.
All capital on the turnt. Unfortunately, texts don't prove anything. I need to see a blood alcohol test.
Get over yourself. You're not that cute for me to have to lie about my sobriety. Nor are you that cute that I would go out of my way to touch you inappropriately. But I thought we were friends. But you know what? Screw all that. You literally painted a mural of a man's butt because he wanted to do you.
What?
But I'm the creepy one. Lol, crazy, bro. Have a great life.
OP says, I made a canvas painting of a man nude from behind because I'm a professional painter, and he was a client.
Well, you must be a hell of a good painter, because,
yeah, this guy feels a certain type of way. That painting moved him. Dude wraps up with,
well, we'll probably never speak again, but I just wanted to say that I'm really sorry I made you uncomfortable. I really enjoyed our friendship and wish it could have remained just that, a friendship. I don't expect a response or forgiveness, just wanted to express how sorry I am, because you crossed my mind recently. I trust life's treating you well, and I wish you the best.
Yeah, Creep didn't seem like such a bad guy after all. His jokes definitely crossed the line, not funny, especially given the situation. But OP is trying to take, like, his friend's actions that happened during some concert and then, like, apply it to him. You're guilty of what your friend did. And also, you put your arm around me. It just seems really contrived and stilted and really just dumb. Like, you want to say, okay, it's triggering and, it awakens some feelings for me. And I'm sorry about that. But at the end of the day, it's not my job to fix it all for you. We do the best that we can to find common ground, and sometimes that fails. Sometimes friendships end. People aren't always meant to be in your life forever. So, good, you cross paths, you both learn something from each other, even if that's like, I don't want to be around people that act like that. That's a valuable lesson. Okay, we can move forward with that, and we move forward amicably. Even if you hate the other person, you have to thank them for the lessons that they taught you, I don't know if I was being gaslit or gaslighting the gaslighter or however that goes, but whichever one of you is telling whichever version of the truth, it doesn't matter. Move on as individuals. Thank you so much. We'll move into our next post.
This nice guy says, you're passing over me, a 6'2" older guy making $100K who is an actual nice guy.
Yes, you actually are. That's true.
Hey, beautiful. Would you like to chat over FaceTime? You seem like a very lovely girl.
Yeah, this is already creep vibes. Lovely girl. I don't like that none too much. Lovely woman? Maybe. Probably not, though, still. OP says, sorry, I don't chat online for safety reasons. By the way, I'm a minor, so... yeah, party van's gonna pull up. FBI investigation's coming along. Creep says,
that's okay. I can love you regardless.
Uh-oh.
Officer, right there. FBI, come on in, fella.
Put him against the wall. Go ahead. Go ahead. Get that guy the hell out of here.
For most of all human history, women got married to older men when they were much younger than you.
Yeah, pretty gross. Pretty gross back then, wasn't it? It was like this weird transactional thing, and oh, you mean you're into that? Oh, well, that does explain a lot.
Women mature faster, and their biological clock expires much sooner. So it's very important to marry young, so you can properly please your husband.
Dude, what the fuck are you talking about? You're talking to a literal child, you realize that.
Don't listen to those ladies who wait until their 30s to get married. It's all a hoax.
Yeah, your life will be much better off if you have a child while you're a literal child, right? I don't see how that could send things off the rails at all.
Unlike all the bitchy men that get stuck with, I can provide for you. I'd actually love you because I'm not one of those feminine men who'd use you. I'm a nice guy.
Is it the feminine men that do that? I got a good idea, and it's a novel one, so hold on to your hats. How about you find somebody your own fucking age? How about it? OP says, look, sorry, not interested. Again, 15 also. That's not really how women work.
Sweetheart, you don't understand. I'd provide for you like a real man. Not like whatever man hurt you before.
Yeah, you say that like she's got a fucking past. She's 15, dude. Let her experience the child things with other children, alright? OP says, no, seriously, stop. It's weird. It's about the tiniest word we could use for it. Yes, degenerate is what I would go with. He shows up pics of something and says,
I told you I could provide. You know you want it.
And I hope it's not what I think it is. But I do think that it's the thing that I thought it is. Because OP says, bro, actually WTF reported! Let's hope that account gets banned. Let's hope the IP gets banned. How about that?
All modern women are like this.
I mean, this is not even a modern woman. It's a modern child. 15-year-old child.
I bet you only turned me down so you could sleep around with hotter men.
Oh my god. You're just revealing everything about yourself, aren't you? You're so fucking insecure, insignificant that you can't go for anybody your own age because they won't be impressed. You gotta go after the 15-year-old who's impressed that you have enough money to buy McDonald's and you can drive yourself places. Yeah, we're setting the bar really low here.
Guess what? None of those hot men would stay like I would, so it's your loss, really. You're just being shallow, and you're a whore.
Okay, yeah, those things are inversely correlated, as I see it. But whatever soothes your bruised ego, you know? However, you can wind back from being rejected by a literal child. Like, you're the one that is supposed to hold the boundary in place. You're the adult. It's sad that a child had to take you to school. OP says, God damn, bro, chill.
Screw you! I tried bring nice, but as I suspected, yet another girl who just wants to be with a bad boy. All you do is sin. God's ashamed of your existence. You're ignoring and blocking all the nice guys is exactly why the bad thing happened to you. It's what happens when you go after bad people. Hate me all you want, I don't care, but it's the truth.
And I guess OP had shared an experience of her having some, not even intimacy forced upon her, acts forced upon her. And of course this guy wants to drag that shit out into the cold light of day. Definitely not the move to make. OP says, oh hell no, bye bitch. And then he's like, hey, I'm gonna call you a bunch of bad words, have fun in hell. And OP responds again for some reason, saying, bro, chill the fuck out. And he says, you're passing over me, a 6'2" older guy making over 100K who's an actual nice guy. I strive to support women in everything, yet you refuse to recognize it and you would rather sleep around. The modern world is honestly disgusting for the way it treats nice guys. Like, how can you legitimately say these things and still believe that you are so nice? Then again, a lot of doublethink going on in the world these days, so what the fuck do I know? Who's actually keeping track of what they think?
Women have it so much easier than they can even begin to realize. I can't ever believe I even thought you'd be pretty because you're so ugly. Have fun with whatever baby daddy drug dealer you end up with, bitch.
Yeah, okay. Just, you two, have fun being alone forever. He'll continue crawling into the DMs of literal children and being rejected. And then he'll blame the world. Why are things this way? It's so unfair. Truth is, the problem's been inside of you all along, but you don't want to take the steps to, like, improve your standing, your situation, who you are as a person. No, it's much easier to just be a predator, chase after children on the internet. If I found out who he was, I'd burn him alive, so it's probably a good thing that OP censored the name out, although not very well. With a little bit of effort, I could... Nah, but I'm not going to. It's fine. We'll wrap it for the day. I appreciate you guys for watching, hanging out. I hope you sign up on the Patreon or the YouTube memberships to support me even outside of the videos that we do every single day. Only if you really like the content, you know, no pressure or anything like that. Additionally, I'd like to let you know that you can support by buying merch over on Fourth Wall. Hey, we got some neat stuff over there. Probably too much neat stuff. I gotta, like, bring it in and out seasonally. Is that a good idea or is it stupid? I don't know. Maybe we experiment with it sometime. Anyway, if you can't support monetarily, that's cool. I hope you'll share the video around. But that's all up to you, regardless of what you decide to do. I hope the rest of your day is splendid. I want you to remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, you definitely deserve it, and I shall see you in the next one. So until then, bye-bye.